What's going on, people? It's your man the YB back once again. Big shout out to my doggy. We had a bus coming through with a big $50, the 50p. You best believe it. Respect, General. So we got a leak for you, man. Hooray! Now some people will say, YB, this came out a week ago. They bugging. This is an exclusive leak to the YB. Prince Turki himself, his turbulency, patting me with this. What would you call it? He patted me with his video. No doubt about this one. Here we go. Here's the bars, folks.
But this is the boxing. There is one winner and there is loser. But next, I want if Dubois win in February, I want to see Uysk and Dubois again.
Again, that would be fantastic.
Yeah. And I want to see Tyson, maybe with Joshua or something. We will decide.
I was going to say, just very quickly, I just spoke to Eddie Hearn. We know that we've all, as British boxing fans, we've been desperate to see Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury.
Let's see what can happen.
Do you think it's realistic?
Everything in real is realistic.
Absolutely. Just very quickly, for next year.
His turbulency is the gym will fix it. Yeah, that's what he is. The gym will fix it of boxing right now. No diddy. Or anyway, let's the bars here. Listen, let me tell you something now. This AJ and Fury fight, we'll take it. We'll take it. It's not the way it was, though. Obviously, it's not. It's dead, if I'm honest. It is. How many times have I got to tell Turkey? This is the battle of the British bums. The battle of the biggest bare bum in the shower. Yeah? That's what this is. Let's not mix it up. Fury's washed. 281 pounds of inside fighting nuts. Couldn't do nothing with a plummet from the Ukraine. Couldn't do nothing in there. Went life and death in there. I saw a clip the other day on Instagram. Fury's like getting slapped to pieces. He gets 2 shots in and he's pulling back. Like, how are you pulling back? And you're that big. Let him pull back. Get on him. Did you man see Chisora versus Uysk? I don't care if you think Uysk won that fight or didn't win that fight. Watch that fight. Uysk was the one. All bent out of shape. Almost got clipped in the first round. Facts. Yeah? And now people say, well, IB, whoop-de-whoop. Uysk was playing possum to lure AJ in. I think Uysk had a guaranteed shot against AJ after moving up with his belts. The belt in the lower weight division guarantees you a shot in the upper weight division, aka Crawford versus Madrimov. There was something to that effect for AJ and Uysk. Who did Uysk beat contender-wise, right? To be able to challenge AJ. Who did he beat? His best win's Chisora before AJ. So he was getting that shot anyway. It was nothing to do with playing possum. You can forget about playing possum. That's not what it was. Yeah, Chisora was spark on him. And Chisora was focused on what he was doing. That is the 250 pounds and alpha mentality. Yeah, this pumped up middleweight, light heavyweight looking ass. Let him worry about what's coming at him. I ain't going to sit here like Daniel Dubois did, like AJ did twice, like Fury did twice. He's going to get on him. Let him worry about, I got to go back now. Yeah, just stuck in the mud, just plant your feet and we're going straight forward. That's all we do. We ain't taking no back steps. We go forward or we stay right there. Yeah? If he's slapping away, you suck in and ride it. Watch Beterbiev. How many times do you see Beterbiev pulling back when Bivol was jumping in? And arguably, I think pound for pound, Bivol has a better whap than Uysk, if I'm honest. I think Bivol certainly equal or more or less. But when Bivol gets slapping them hands, there's the reason Canelo didn't want it. Canelo's used to slappers, right? He's used to people like Caleb Plant and Billy Joe. He's not bothered about them. So clearly, it wasn't just the 7 pounds. Bivol has something on there that turned Carrot Top off. So when Bivol's jumping in and slapping away on Beterbiev, he wasn't stumbling back and he's holding there. He took a few shots, but he's holding there, tucking up, riding it, looking to come back. That's the play. Yeah, that's the play. Chisora, Beterbiev. Obviously, they haven't fought Beterbiev. Even when Beterbiev was fighting Uysk, though. Yes, he got slapped half to death, but he's little. Beterbiev was fighting 90-kilo dudes. He's not even a 90-kilo dude now. And that was 10, 15 years ago. Yeah? Watch how big... But people, if 160-pound Artur Aymar Beterbiev can press forward all night... Let me play that fight now, because some of you man are irritating me. Versus... Watch Beterbiev here. This is Beterbiev versus Uysk. Again, it's at 91 kg. Beterbiev isn't 91 kg now. And this was 15 years ago. So he was undersized here. And still, look at Beterbiev now. Look at Beterbiev. Look at Beterbiev. Look at Beterbiev. He's working. He's working him. Yeah, and this is a little dude. Beterbiev 160 pounds at this point, right? That's fair to say. If he's 175 pound now, knocking on 40 at 25, he could have made 160. Oops. So you got a 160 pounder in there with a legitimate cruiserweight, and he's all over him. Yeah, he's getting on him. And Beterbiev at this point, he has to overcome all the reach and the height and whatnot. So he's already at a disadvantage coming in. People like AJ and Fury, man, get your big heavy feet, yeah, and do what Beterbiev did. And people say Usyk's slow now. Usyk was quick as you like in this one. Fresh as you like. He would have been, how old now? He'd have been like 24 or 25, the peak of his career. And Beterbiev's on him. How many times did we see Fury put Usyk on the ropes? Never. How many times did we see AJ put Usyk on the ropes? Never. How can little ass 160 pound soaking wet Beterbiev do it? Make that make sense. Make that make sense. It don't make no sense unless your back end's it's full of bare bums in the shower. That's what the truth is. I like Usyk, he's good. He was pinned against the ropes again. Look at Beterbiev's all over him. Beterbiev's working like a heavy bag, man. And this is little old Beterbiev. Straight on him, straight forward. Show me, if you, man, listen. He pulled back a bit there, but still. To be fair, Beterbiev has improved as well. End of the day, people, watch the Bivol fight. I never saw him once on, put it that way. Let's call it that. How many times do you see Bivol slapping Beterbiev on the ropes? Never. That's the point I'm making. I saw Fury all bent out of shape in both fights on the ropes. I saw AJ all bent out of shape on the ropes. Yeah? It's really that simple. You go straight forward in straight lines. We ain't pulling back. Like, oh, AB, don't go in straight lines. We're going in straight lines. We're going straight on him. We're going straight forward. A straight line is the fastest way to get there. It's the fastest way to get there. We're moving in straight lines, straight in. There is no, let's pull an angle. We're going in. Let him work out the angles and the footwork. We're plodding forward. Yeah? That's what we're doing. We're plodding forward. So even here, yeah, where Usyk slapping Beterbiev, you'll see this exchange coming up here. So you'll see Usyk slap Beterbiev. Slap. Look at Beterbiev's feet, though. So Usyk threw 2 shots and fell short. Usyk here, yeah. Look, he throws 1 shot, misses, throws another hook, misses, and now he's on the inside. But look at Beterbiev. Beterbiev's not backpedaling, shitting himself, right? He's not. His feet are stuck right there. And Usyk's cutting angles, and obviously Beterbiev has to react and pivot himself to get back on the fighting line. But he's there, and look what happens next. He engages a little bit of a fake clinch, I think, at some point. Yeah, here's the fake clinch, and he starts working again. Look, he's working now, slapping the soft body. Look, he's working now, and Usyk does these well, he's probably improved, to be fair. I don't see him doing this so much, but then again, no one stuck it on him. Look what Usyk's doing. Usyk's dipping down. He's not looking at his opponent. Look, at this point, he's looking at the floor. At this point, yeah, he's looking at the floor. Look, right there. Right there. So we've got this exchange here. Usyk slapping away, missing. Beterbiev stuck in the mud. He's right there. We've got the fake clinch. He's touching the soft body. And now look at Usyk. He's looking at the floor. 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 Get on him! And for someone like Beterbiev, he's small, so Usyk, you're always going to feel like you're half a shot out or half a foot out, if that makes sense. But when you're bigger like Usyk like AJ and Fury or Dubois, if you can get Usyk, if you hold your feet stuck in the mud like Beterbiev did, yeah, there's nothing sweeter in the boxing game than seeing someone go back. That's the bottom line, people. That turns people on, yeah? You'd have to be Muhammad Ahmad Ali to know that. The minute someone starts going backwards, you get a big lob on. At least them along. Yeah? When someone's planted right there and ain't moving nowhere, that makes the other person panic. That's what you saw here. Usyk's looking at the floor, panicking, trying to get out. Let him do that. What are we doing here? I don't want to see I want to see Dubois jumping on his toes. Ooh, let's have a fence off. Let's have a oop. Stop. Forget the bouncing. And we're plodding straight forward. Bakole versus Jared Anderson. How much bouncing do you see Martin Bakole do? No bouncing. We're going straight forward. Let him worry about that. Let Usyk worry about the footwork and having to cut around the place. Tuck in and lock in. And get him to be bending down, looking at the floor, and you work his ass. Because unlike Beterbiev, these bigger men will be able to catch Usyk on the way out. If you can get Usyk looking at the floor like he was there, and pulling out, you can catch him on the way out. Beterbiev can't, because of his size. These moves, when you're lanky and whatnot, you can get away with things like this because Beterbiev's got to be right on you. He's got to be right on you. But when you're bigger, these kind of mistakes, not that, to be fair, Usyk isn't making these kind of mistakes obviously now, but then again, they're almost, I'd call it a forced error. Yeah, Beterbiev's forcing those errors from Usyk because he's standing there. Yeah, Fury would listen, people. When Usyk started doing this here, wait there a minute. When Usyk starts doing this here, yeah, wait there. These big shots here that Usyk's missing. He misses that one. He misses the hook. At this point, yeah, the minute Fury saw Usyk get off a shot and throw another one, Fury would be like this. Shitting himself, pulling back, leaky deaky, and sweet. And then Usyk's coming in, Fury like this, and getting slapped half to death again on the second phase from Usyk. When you stand right there, especially as a heavyweight, when you've got 20, 30, 40 pounds over someone, it's intimidating. There's nothing less intimidating. I don't care what no one says. The least intimidating thing you can do in the boxing ring is pull back. Yeah, that's the least intimidating thing. Everyone's happy then. Because your opponent thinks, okay, even though he's out of range, he can't hurt me either. So when you pull back, it's a big red sign, this guy's sweet. At least stuck in the mud, you've got a chance, if you're the bigger puncher, to get someone off. If people, this is the thing a lot of cats don't get. If Usyk can hit you, you can hit him with these big-ass heavyweights. That wasn't the case for Beterbiev, to be fair. There was many occasions where Beterbiev couldn't hit Usyk, but Usyk could hit him due to the size discrepancy. That will never be the case. So when Usyk's standing there slapping you in the mouth, it's time to go, man. And that's what Danny D, to be fair to him, did do in that first fight. Low or not, or bit low, a bit high on the waistband, whatever you want to call it. That was from Dubois being there, ready, bash, to go. Yeah? By holding your feet, you find opportunities like that. When you're too busy trying to dance around and skip on the spot and dance in and dance out and have a fence off and have a faff off with your lead hand, you're just having a life and death fight. It's 50-50, could go either way. And that's Usyk's fight. That's Usyk's fight, the faff off. Yeah, that's what he's steady doing. That's what he can do consistently over time. He can faff around the place. I've digressed here, but there's a lot of man in the comments saying, oh, he beat Dubois already. He did beat Dubois. I like Usyk. I respect him. But none of these men have actually stuck it right on him yet. They haven't. And listen, maybe it's impossible to do that. Maybe, look at little Beterbiev, man. Do you here see Beterbiev skipping backwards, folks? He's got the centre of the ring against a big old dude. He got the centre of the ring. How did Chisora do it? He got the centre of the ring. Beterbiev here again with his little ass. He coming straight in again. He coming straight in, look. He coming straight in. He coming straight in. Go on, Beter, have a go. Here we go. He's in there. Usyk's on the ropes. Cooked. Little old Beterbiev. Come on, people. Come on, people. Look at this guy, look. Even here when Usyk's slapping. Yeah? Even here when Usyk's slapping again. Here we go. Watch this here. So Usyk's in the blue, yeah? Watch here. You'll see Usyk do some slapping. Watch. So Usyk's now slapping. He put a jab, some in, a left hook, and Beterbiev's right there. He's right there. Took a little back step there, but look, he's right there. He's right there. He's right there. And arguably, Beterbiev he put Usyk down to the body. Beterbiev, given this, obviously it's 3 rounds, but Beterbiev had a closer fight than AJ and Tyson Fury did. How? It should be impossible. Yes, Beterbiev's very good, but it should be impossible. How could a little dude, a 160 pounder at the time, be competitive with a 200 pound man? How is that possible? He wasn't, and Beterbiev hasn't got all the frills. He's obviously punches very hard, but he's not got all the frills. You don't need all the frills. Suck in, man. Hold your feet. Hold your feet. How small this honestly looks like Fury versus this fight here looks like Fury versus Usyk in terms of the size difference. The side profile, wait there, let's have a look. Look at the difference here. They're both hunched over. A big man is in front of. And if Beterbiev's got the balls to have half a go, what are these big old oafs doing, man? Cacking their pants, even there. He's not shitting himself. There's little steps from Beterbiev. And I think Usyk at this point has got more movement as well. Usyk's even slower, and his feet are even slower. They're not like this anymore, that's for sure. He ultimately did end up slapping the head off Beterbiev. It was too overwhelming for him, but he's a little old man. He's a little man compared to Usyk. And he's still coming in. He's not running off like a little girl like Fury and AJ. He's having half a go here. Bop. Bop on the head. Look, he's all bent out of shape now. You only have to hit Uysk a few times. And he's shook, man. He's shook. He's running on his... Get him on his bike, man. Look, Beterbiev had enough now. He's had enough playing. He's had enough. He's straight on him. Straight on him like he stole something. Look, he's straight on him. He's straight on him. Uysk clinging on for dear life. Come on, people. When did you ever see Uysk clinging on for dear life against Fury or AJ? Oops. Never. Because them man are scared to death. Not to let their hands go. Get in there, suck here, and we're going straight forward. That's what we're all over him like a rash. And if he knocks us out, so be it, man. We'll travel there. If it's our destiny to get knocked out by the 160 pounds soaking wet after his dinner Uysk, then that's what we'll do. That's the mentality of it. And I'm tired of hearing about, oh, this YB, this trainer this, this trainer that. A bunch of backslappers, these trainers. Backslappers, man. Get in there and have a go. Yeah, or I'll just tell him straight I'm leaving. If I saw Richard Riakporhe versus Billam Smith, I'd have left that corner. I'd have just left. Okoli versus Billam Smith, I'd have just left that corner. Fury versus Uysk too, when Sugar Hill's telling him in the last 4 rounds, have a go. I'd have left, to be honest. Yeah? You capped your pants, I'm out of here. If you come back to this corner again and you had a go, I'm out of here. Here for what? You don't need a coach. You're doing what you do anyway. You're cacking your pants anyway. You don't need a trainer to help you to, to sit there and sign off on you cacking your pants because you're making me look bad with your big ass. Big, heavy looking ass. Sugar Hill always saying, oh man, knockout. Come on, bro. That was corny. Obviously, you can't. I don't blame Sugar Hill. Sugar Hill. You can't bring these big, useless horse oafs. You can't make them drink. You can bring them to the water. You can't make them drink. Yeah? Go on, Beterbiev. Go on, Beterbiev. Look at Beterbiev. Uysk dipping down at the waist, looking at the floor. He's getting half slapped to death now. Look, Uysk's on his P's and Q's, though. On his P's and Q's. The angles are a bit mad, ain't gonna lie. It's obviously hard to fight him. No one disputes that. But I do think he's slowed down. This was the peak of him, Uysk. With the extra weight, he's got slower. And yes, the heavyweights, you can argue, are even slower. But even here, though, okay, listen, I've just told you. Beterbiev was getting his head slapped off, for sure. But even here, a little old 160-pound Beterbiev, look what he does with his feet. Yeah? Look what he does with his feet. He gets jabbed, backhand, slap. Look at his feet, though. He's tucked up. He's there, and he gets a left hook off to the body. Yeah? He tucks up and gets a left hook off to the body. This is the point I'm making, people. And this is little Beterbiev. If you're 260 pounds, them shots ain't going to feel like you're not going to feel like they're really big shots. They probably felt really big for Beterbiev because Usyk another 20 pounds heavier, he looks about. Yeah? When you're 260 pound, bone dry lean, Daniel Dubois, them slaps, what are they doing, man? They didn't even bother. You see Beterbiev here just riding with it. Watch his feet. So Usyk slapping now. Watch his feet. Look at Beterbiev's feet. He ain't moving. He's there. And what's the left hook now? Here's the left hook to the body. He gets it off. He's dipping and rolling. Look, Beterbiev hasn't moved his feet back once yet. He's moving it. He's walking in. Let Usyk punch himself out. Look. Now, obviously, this is a 3-round fight. This is the strategy here. You saw that last bit there. Yeah? Usyk slapping around. Go in there, Daniel Dubois, you big ass. Yeah? These shots can't hurt that much. They can't. It's physics. They can't hurt that much. He won a puncher at 200 pounds. Yeah? You go in there like this, like Tank Davis does. Okay, they're bums, but still. You go in there tucked like this and put foot pressure on him and let him slap himself out like Beterbiev's doing here. And who knows what would have happened if it was a lot more rounds, if that makes sense. Beterbiev's sucking up here. Letting Usyk work. Letting Usyk slap away. Letting him slap away. You're on him. Let's get him walked down now. This is how it looks. This looks bad, mate. I'm sorry, it does look bad. It looks bad. Usyk digging to the body. He's slapping him half to death now. Not gonna lie. Don't back up now. Right, there you go. When you hold your feet and someone's slapping you to death, you got no chance pulling back. That's what we do know for a fact. You'll never get it back if you're pulling back. If you hold your feet and he's slapping you, you got half a chance to get someone off yourself. And as a heavyweight, you got even more of a chance. Like Daniel Dubois proved in the first fight. Okay, it was low allegedly. I don't think it was, but 3 inches higher. Oops. It wasn't low then, was it? And he's knocked Spark out, potentially. This is a little man as well. Again, these shots, Beterbiev would have felt these shots because he's little. These big heavyweights, though, what's their excuse? He's still coming in having a go. He's not pulling out, scared to death. He's winging big haymakers like Chisora was. Sucked in, look, he's nice and tight now, nice and tight, riding the shots. He's there now, he's there now. He's there, he's riding the shots. You got to get Uysk to dip down, man. Let him dip down, that's what you got to do. That's what Chisora did. Chisora had Uysk doing the hokey cokey, man. That's the truth. Uysk was doing the hokey cokey and it looked good. That's how Chisora had a somewhat half... I agree. Chisora had a better fight than AJ and Fury. How? It wasn't because he was hitting Uysk clean a whole bunch. It's the optics of it. When you see a big old oaf or AJ hanging on the ropes, he'd be better off being goosed here and getting slapped up here in the middle of the ring and just rocking and rolling. Because you discount that. You say, well, whatever. Them shots ain't bothering no one. If you stumble loose as a goose and pull back, you're like, oh, he's feeling something. He's shit himself, right? It's just what part of the game, unfortunately. Look at when Bivol fought... who was it? Look at the difference between when Bivol fought Canelo and when Bivol fought Beterbiev. Yeah? Similar things happened. The difference was, how many times... Whenever Canelo was whapping him, yeah, he'd just stand there. He wasn't bouncing from rope to rope. And towards the end of the fight, Bivol was standing in the middle of the ring with his gloves up and getting the better of the exchanges. With Beterbiev, he weren't doing that. He had his gloves up still, but he was running from one end of the ring to the other, scared to death. That's how you lose a fight in my book. Yeah. For these fighters, you don't choose to run for nothing. Bivol showed that. He didn't run against Canelo. Why not? Oops. He felt something. Beterbiev gave him something to hold. So when you see these big oafs like Fury and AJ running, they got beat up. Bottom line, they lost. You can't win a fight running around the place. I hate to break it to you. Being a big old oaf, a big old heavyweight knockout oaf, you can't win a fight running around the place. Get in there and fight, man. Hold your feet stuck in the mud. These new age cats need to do a whole bunch of stuck in the mud drills. Just put your foot right there and don't move it out of the tyre. Just sit there and fight. Let's get used to it, man. Yeah, don't even train. What's the point training? To train to fight Uysk, yeah, there's no point doing any skipping, man. Don't bother doing no skipping. Don't bother doing no jumping. Plod straight in all night until something gives. Either he's going to run out of gas or you're going to run out of gas and get knocked out. That's what I want to see from now on. I don't want to see no more, oh, well, he slapped me a few times and oh, my name's Frank Warren and Daniel Dubois got disheartened. Disheartened? What's wrong with you? Disheartened? You hadn't even been knocked out, if that makes sense. Disheartened? What's wrong with these new age guys? It's irritating. It's a fight, man. Disheartened. But Uysk clinging on. Uysk clinging on for dear life. Look, he's clinging on. There's a reason he's clinging on. There's a reason he's clinging on, folks. He's clinging on for dear life. Beterbiev working his ass like a heavy bag. Go on, Beterbiev, have a go. Go on, Beterbiev, have a go. There you go, working Beterbiev like a heavy bag. Oh, he's clinging on for dear life, man. Yeah, Beterbiev got this guy scary more than... Look at this guy, look, he's stumbling over. Beterbiev's on him like a rash, look. Look at this guy. Look at his 160 pounder. Look at this 160 pounder. Go on, Beterbiev, have a go. Go on, Beterbiev. Little old Artur Beterbiev. Look at Uysk looking at the floor. He's looking at the floor. Working, man. This is the strategy, folks. Yeah, because you're not going to out-footwork him anyway. Oh, AB, you always say stay stuck in the mud and plod forward. You know what you can do? Out-faff him, people. We've seen enough now. Yeah? I ain't going to lie. I said before the AJ fight and before the Fury fight. I think AJ's big enough to possibly outbox Uysk. Oops, we've now seen 5 versions of big old useless, bare bums in the shower try the whole, I'm going to box with him. So that's now defunct. We know that ain't going to work, ever. So the answer is, you get straight in there and you go out on your back. Or you send him out on his back. That's it now. There's no more discussion about it. We've seen it 5 times. Failed every time. The only thing none of you man have dared to do is put your feet in the mud and go straight forward on him. Like Beterbiev did. Little old Beterbiev. How can little old Beterbiev have a better go than you, man? Oh, AB, well, the thing is, you see, What you don't understand is the heavyweights, they've got less gas tank. Well, why don't Inoue come up then? Inoue must have more gas tank than Usyk. Why don't Inoue come up, right? And have a go on the heavyweights if it's about cardio now. Yeah? There's a reason very few, if it's all about cardio, there's a reason very few cruiserweights have done anything at heavyweight. Equally, you can argue, oh, maybe Usyk's that good. Maybe, I don't know. He couldn't punch a cruiserweight though. Yes, he's very kind of the speed and the angles will put you off your stride. You got to keep composed. Beterbiev kept composed, and that's how he got the body shot. Yeah, when you watch Dubois versus Usyk, Dubois for the first, he's just standing there, like dancing in, dancing out, having a faff off. What Beterbiev ain't doing that. He's coming straight in straight lines. He's coming straight onto you, right? So why show me where you see Beterbiev bouncing around the place. Look. Oh, wait there. He's coming in now. He's coming in. He's coming straight in. There's no bouncing around. What's going on with this part here? You see, look, even that exchange there. Beterbiev's in tight here, sucking up. His guard's tight. His guard's tight. His guard's tight. His guard's tight. Again, Beterbiev ain't doing all the bouncing, man. He's not doing all the bouncing. He's fixing to get in. He's fixing to eat. Beterbiev hungry, man. He's hungry. He wants to eat. He's not jumping around the place, playing ip dip do with Usyk. He wants to eat. Look, he's eating. He's coming straight in with his hands up to his head, throwing his hands. He ain't skipping back and forth, having a fence off with Usyk. Even when he's pulling back, his hands are at his head as well. He's not just leaning back, leaky deaky. Basic fundamentals. I don't know what a lot of these trainers are doing. I really don't know what a lot of these trainers are doing, man. I ain't got a clue what a lot of these trainers are doing. And listen, Usyk wins this fight for sure. He slapped Beterbiev half to death. Too quick and too much volume. But at the end of the day, Beterbiev, he's 160 pounds at this point, soaking wet. Beterbiev's massive. And he still had more in there than any of these big oafs did. He had more courage and more. He was trying to make something happen, despite him being clearly massively undersized. 91 kilos is what, about 200 pounds. So Beterbiev's 175 now. He's probably weighs on fight night 185, 190, but this is 40 years old now. At this age, 15 years ago, when he was 25. He was a 160 pounder. I think Beterbiev's goose now. He's goose. Maybe that's what it is, Pete. Maybe you get too tired and he's just too much. Maybe. But even there, he's trying to get some shots in off the counter. Sucked up there. Let him slap away, man. Oh, he got touched to the body. I didn't even see that shot there, to be fair. That's where it's Mr. Soft Body. Let's have a look at Mr. Soft Body. Oh, I don't even know where that came from. I don't even know where that shot came from. Soft Body. Where is Soft Body? I didn't even see it land. What was it? Where was it? Must be a left hook. Didn't see it. I don't know what it was. Either way, you got touched to the soft body. And that exchange, I'm not even sure. I guess it was a left hook, but whatever happened there, it happened because his feet was there. Yeah, you can see Usyk stepping in. Wait there. Usyk slapping away here, see? Beterbiev's in there. He's staying right there. Here we go. He's there. He don't move his feet. That's right. Things happen offensively when you don't move your feet, people. I hate to break it to you. That's the truth. When you're a straight up and down type of fighter, that makes sense. Obviously, if you can do the whole Usyk dancing around the place in circles, great. But if you can't, things ain't never going to happen when you're pulling back. I can't see how you're ever going to get anything offensively going when you're pulling back, ever. So you're better off. It's not like Fury was getting slapped up anyway, man. He was getting slapped up anyway. So you might as well get slapped up here, riding, keeping your eyes on what's going on, and trying to find something somewhere, like Dubois did. That's the bottom line here anyway. That wasn't even supposed to be the discussion for today, but you heard the bars from Turkey. He wants to make this fight Dubois versus Usyk. And I'm going to keep saying it as many times as it needs to be said. Yeah? I'm not saying Usyk can be beaten by Dubois. I'm not saying that at all. Of course Usyk can beat Dubois again. I just don't want to see another British bare bum in the shower lose how they've all lost before. Not having a go like Chisora, not having a go like Beterbiev. If you lose and he's really that good, yeah, and you've put it on him and you get slapped to death, whatever, fair play to you. Don't let me see you have a fence off like Dubois did in the first fight. Just standing there, burning all that gas, yeah. Dubois is a big old oaf. Do you know how tiring it is for a big dude to be dancing on his toes? Watch that. I feel to play it, but I don't want to get bumped. Watch it yourself. Watch the footwork from Dubois. He's not doing what Beterbiev's doing. Walking in. He's like, they got the lead hands out, they're having the lead hand faff off, and at the same time, Dubois dancing in and out. That's knackering. You're just wasting a whole bunch of energy, and you're not getting nothing for it. What you are doing, though, is avoiding the confrontation. Yeah? But Dubois is going to be most dangerous in the first half of the fight. If that makes sense. I'm not saying you should go in there and try and walk him down super wild, but don't waste energy. That's something Beterbiev does well. He don't waste much. He'll just stand there sometimes with his hands up and his chin down and not move and just stand there. There's no point wasting hipping in, hipping out. It's okay if you're 120 pounds and you've got loads of gas, but as a heavyweight, you don't want to burn. You don't want to waste energy dancing with your feet. Let him do that. We're plodding forward like Bacoli versus Jared Anderson. We're going to walk straight forward. And we can defend. You can defend, obviously, a lot of these new age guys, they're trained the amateur way to defend with your feet. And that's all well and good when you're 140 pounds. When you're 250 pounds, bone dry lean, your legs will burn. I mean, I'm soft. I'm 220 and it's hard. I've started losing weight because you can't move your feet quick and or at all very long when you're a big bowl of bus. Yeah? So plant them feet. Don't burn all the energy having a faff off, defending with your feet. Defend with your hands. Yeah, defend with your hands and counter punch off it. Catch and counter. Come on. These are the lost arts, people. The catch and counter. It's all like the, I'll just pull back and dance back and then have to go again kind of thing. That's what Fury did with Wilder. Fury would jump in, slap, 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 and jump out. There was no... The inside game, I hate to say it, the inside game's been lost, to tell the truth. The art of the inside game has been lost. It's a lost art now. This is the art of the long... It's all about the 1-2 now. It's all about the amateur game. It's all the 1-2 and maybe a 3 if you're lucky. There's no consistent... You are getting it. Yeah? There's no, I'm using this jab to throw it away to get someone else heavy off. It's all, yep, jab, right hand. No good. You got to work this guy like a heavy bag. Yeah, that's how you do Usyk, for sure. Anyway, Turkey also said about AJ and Fury, whatever. I didn't even see the point talking about that fight, to tell the truth. Whatever. Who wins it? Some people are saying YB. There's no way Fury could clip. There's no way Fury could clip AJ. I'd never say never, man. I'd never say never. That fight it's intriguing because of the nature of the battle of the bums from Britain, if that makes sense. The washed up bums. There never was no good bums from Britain. So the fact it is the competition of the was never no good bums from Britain, that's what gives it the intrigue. Let's see who really was the biggest bum of Britain, kind of thing. Because they're so washed up, both of them. Fury's chin's no good. I heard a report in the last few days, Fury cut his beard off, so that beard was there for a reason. It was there because he wanted protection on it, so you don't know what's left with his chin. There's a reason he was cacking his pants. Yeah? He knows something we don't about his chops. AJ, the same situation. Dubois is a heavy hitter, but wow. AJ collapsed like a sack of potatoes. So, yeah, listen, it could go either way. I'd like to think AJ could, I don't know. It's pure 50-50. If AJ can come in a little more like he used to, it's really not hard, man. If AJ can come in, chin down, and stuck to his head, and pressure that way, and not pressure... Oh. If he goes in there looking for party shots with Fury, forget about it. You're not likely to hit. The times Fury got hit by Uysk were combinations. That's when you expose his leaky-deaky defence. That's when you expose him pulling back. If you're just throwing big singles and looking to sling from the hip, it's unlikely to work against Fury. Dillian Whyte tried that, plodding forward, and Dillian Whyte's no good, but you get the point I'm making. AJ's got to throw punches in bunches and get on him and push him back with his chin down and his hand stuck to his head. That's what he has to do. Fury can out-faff AJ for sure. If AJ goes in there and he's second-guessing himself, and AJ was scared to death of Dubois' jab as well. AJ was like, waiting for the jab. And he, at the same time, AJ was pouring his own jab out there. So Fury, he'll be back slapping, like he'll be doing the whole hand fanning, and that might be enough, to be honest, to put AJ off all night. And it will look similar, really, to Fury versus Dillian Whyte, where Fury could just stay long and slap his hand out, and Dillian Whyte was like, whoa, just shit himself. So I can see it going that way. That said, if AJ turns up, I'd never bet on it. I think the fight will be more... I think Fury will be the slight favourite, but I'd never bet on it. No way, there's no value there. It's a complete toss-up. Could go either way. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, people. Smash the like button, subscribe. Let off the bell, 100%. There's not a doubt about this one, people. Stop it.